What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. So today we have some more Sign of Django footage versus Lord Vader, and we're going to be focusing on the fixes CG recently made to Lord Vader with yesterday's update. Those fixes really made this counter a lot easier. Before, it was almost impossible to land crits on the entire team. It got so bad to the point that I removed all my crit chance mods off of Sign of Django and Fennec. I just said screw it, give them health. It's almost impossible to land crits. So now we can actually land crits while they're above 80% health, which is a huge difference. There's also one more thing that CG needs to fix with Lord Vader. This counter will get so much easier. I mean, it's already kind of a difficult counter to do, but the ability to land crits now, especially on Sign of Django, is a huge difference. So I have two clips side by side. We're going to be watching them, and they're the exact same fight, exact same mods, the exact same team. It's just the only difference is one of them is before the fix and the other one is after the fix. After that, we'll watch one more clip, and I'll kind of break down if you guys want to start practicing how to counter Lord Vader. I don't want to make a guide just yet, but I'll kind of give you guys like a mini demo to how and why I use certain abilities against Lord Vader. That way you guys can kind of understand how this counter works. Okay, so like I said, these are the exact same fight, same team, same mods, everything. Only difference is the left side is before the fixes and the right side's after the fixes. So the one thing I want you to really notice is the amount of momentum stacks we get. And then you'll see how much faster we take down Lord Vader on the right screen with the after the fixes. So we're able to land some crits on Maul. That's nothing new, but against the rest of the team, it just never happened. So like you see right there, Lord Vader, no crits, clearly at 100% health. He never even dipped below 80%. No crits whatsoever. We even have mechanic savvy from Quill, so I mean we have well over 100% crit chance right now. But yeah, no, it's just night and day, guys. I'm pretty happy with this. The other thing that they need to fix though is the ability block. Lord Vader's ability block characters that are immune is kind of I'm not sure if that's working as intended. So you have characters like Chewbacca, Bam, Sign of Django in Territory Wars. In Territory Wars, he's immune to ability block, but for whatever reason, the ability block is still landing. So as you can see, I don't know if you can see, I think my head's in the way, but it's going to happen on the right side anyways too. But the ability block on Bam is really bad. Like, you have to really time your birds properly, because what will happen is you go into bird stance, and then what happens is you're forced to use your basic, even though, like, let's say he had a bonus turn proc and you want to heal somebody. But you can't use you have to use your basic, then you have to use birds because you're still in bird stance. So it's almost like a 2-turn ability block, which is pretty bad for Bam. But as you can see right here, look at the momentum stacks of Sign of Django. Left side, we are at 3. Right side, we're already at 11. That 11 is the most I've ever seen against Lord Vader fight, because like I said, we just can't counter. We just can't crit. We just can't land crits. So this is good for multiple reasons. So we can start ramping up Fennec and throwing tenacity up. We can throw that a lot quicker. We can get more turn meters, so Sign of Django gets more turns, so that just means more tenacity up and more stacks of momentum. So it's just all around a positive change for Sign of Django. And I'm sure other teams too. Like, I'm sure other teams that already counter Lord Vader are going to be countering him much easier, because now we can crit and land a lot bigger hits. But yeah, no, it's night and day. I mean, over on the left side, we're still at 5. We're at 18 on the right side. So it's a big difference, guys. And Lord Vader's pretty much dead on the right side. I think the battle actually ends like right here. Yeah. So this is just the rest of the left side. I don't want to cut the clip off, but just to give you guys a comparison, there's that ability block again that they really need to fix that on Bam, because that can really be the tipping point for where you lose. Because if you need to give someone damage immunity or heal somebody and you cannot because your ability blocked, it sucks. And then if you're in, like I said, if you're in the bird stance, it's even worse, because now you have to wait 2 turns. So it's bad. But yeah, we're almost a whole 30 seconds still, and this guy's still not dead. So it just goes to show that those fixes made a big impact. Okay, so now I'm going to be pausing a little bit, and I'm going to be giving you like a demo to the guide of how to counter Lord Vader here. And I'll kind of briefly explain why I do things and why I don't do things. So right off the rip, Maul is going to be your coin flip. If Maul hits Quill with the cooldown increase, you're screwed. Okay? I'm sorry, but if he hits Quill, you're 100% boned. If he hits IG-11, you're probably not looking at a kill, but you're probably looking at a 2-shot at best. So what I mean by that is you'll be able to kill everybody but Lord Vader, which will set up for a nice 2-shot. But if he hits anybody else, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter about the cooldowns, but it's fine. Next thing we do is we always give the damage immunity to Fennec, regardless on who Maul goes after. If he goes after Boba, if he goes after Wolf, it doesn't really matter if he goes after Ban, because he gets it too. But the reason we do it on Fennec is because we want to start ramping her damage early, as much as we can. So give her the tenacity up. And the other thing too with Maul is we also remove the 20% turn meter. So if you could, so anytime Bam uses his ability for the damage immunity to Wander to the Force, we're also taking away 20% turn meter from them. It can be resisted, so just keep in mind there are times where it gets resisted and Maul continues his attack. Typically, from my experience though, like 99% of the time, the AI will continue to go after the person they're going. Like, I think Maul's AI is like programmed to, like, you have to target that same character until you kill them. So he very rarely does he actually switch targets. So we're okay there. So their whole team goes first, and we're not going to taunt. We are going to heal. And the reason we want to heal, guys, is our contract is a little bit controversial with Lord Vader, because our contract requires us to attack debuffed characters, but we do not want to, push Lord Vader's ultimate, which requires us to attack debuffed characters. So we're going to hold off on the contract. We're going to go for the contract when we know he is going into his ultimate. When we know there's no more time to stall, that's when we go for the contract. But for right now, we're going to focus on pretty much killing off all the ads. So we're going to go straight for Maul. Right here, as you can see with the crits, I'll rewind real quick. We got one crit in for 46k. I don't think we needed that crit to kill him. Maul's usually relatively squishy. I mean, I know my Fennec's very, very up there in terms of offense, but if you can't one-shot Maul with Fennec, just finish him off with Boba. It's not a big deal. Okay. So, and now we can start landing crits, because again, this is after the fixes. So I'm going to go after Piet over here. And the reason I usually go after Piet is because we have Sign and Django, he can hit 4 times in his basic. Fennec hits 5 times in her basic. Piet can be a real problem, because anytime you hit Empire allies, he gains turn meter. So he gains a lot of turn meter just from their basics alone. So we're going to try and get him out a little early. Again, got a crit. And that makes a big difference, guys. Like, you guys might be like, oh, who cares? We got an extra stack of momentum. That's a big deal. And we got a little bit of turn meter out of it. So, again, trust me, you'll see, it makes a huge difference. All right, we get the stun. Doesn't matter. I just going to cleanse it. So, again, not AoE. We're just going to basic, because we don't want to rush his ultimate here. And now he's marked Lord Vader. That's fine. We're going to go to birds. This is the gamble part. We do have some foresight up from IG's heal, which is good. And that's also why it's good to heal early. So that way you can kind of dodge some of Lord Vader's basics. This is the part we have to gamble. Typically I go into birds here because what happens is I want to kill Pia and or Lord Vader before he goes into his ultimate. I meant Lord Vader, sorry, Darth Vader. The reason it's a gamble is because Darth Vader can trigger Bam's bonus turn. So, like, if he hits somebody with the Culling Blade and he dips them below, I think it's like whatever the health threshold is, then our Bam only has 6 birds. And then we're kind of like, it's kind of not good. We really need to get those 20 birds. So he's going to go get the Foresight, and it looks like we're okay here. Nobody went past the threshold. So we're able to still build up our birds. Again, another crit. 30k and then 15k for the rest. Pretty good, guys. Pretty good. Finish off Darth Vader. And we're at 16 birds. And at this point, Lord Vader is going to go into his ultimate no matter what. Everybody's debuffed. We can't avoid it. So now we're going to taunt. Our taunt does last for 2 turns, and we really need him to taunt. The first 2 turns, Lord Vader is in his ultimate. So go ahead and do the AoE. And now we're starting to work towards our contract. And then we'll go ahead and take out Piet over here. Royal Guard gets the rest of the birds. Alright. Now we're in the ultimate. And it's so much easier to do when he only goes into his ultimate with 1 or 2 characters. You guys already know this, but, if you get to this point in the fight, you're not guaranteed to win, but you already set yourself up for a 2-shot. Again, crits, guys. I mean, I know it's not a lot of damage, but I mean, the damage doesn't matter. What matters is the momentum stacks, and we're gaining turn meter. And well, we're not getting turn meter here because we have dots on him, but the momentum stacks is what matters. So the fact that we can crit Lord Vader is huge. Okay, so now we can start ramping up with tenacity up, and as you guys know, tenacity up under Sign of Django lead is crit avoidance as well. So So always give the Fennec unless someone is in dire need. Always give the damage immunity to Fennec just to ramp her up. Typically with my Fennec, I usually only do 2 to 4 stacks of armor shred. I don't think you have time to do 6. I really think 4 is a good number to stop at for most people because, like I said, you really just need to go. You really need to go and just kill him. I think with the lower Fennecs... Oh, we'll pause right here real quick. Hold on, let me go back. Let me go back just to show the damage. So we did get some crits in, which is kind of nice. Really helps bring the threshold down. 66, 58, 48, 34, 34. So again, guys, big difference there. Big difference in damage. Go ahead and reapply taunt. And then, yeah, we pretty much just finish him off here. Just keep ramping up. Just keep spamming the tenacity up. Throw out the birds. And I think he's dead here. Oh, no, not yet. Not yet. 34 dots is kind of funny, though. That is pretty funny. And then I think Bam finishes him off. Yep, that's it. Well, that's going to be it for today's video, guys. Thank you so much for watching. I hope this video gives you some insight on Sign of Django against Lord Vader. Again, the team comp does, and the counter does change slightly depending on Lord Vader's team. So, you know, like if Piet's not there, Vader's not there, Maul's not there. But more or less, the strategy of stalling and only going for contract when we know he's going into his ultimate pretty much stays the same. I'll probably make a more in-depth guide in terms of modding and stuff like that once I feel a bit more comfortable with the counter. I'm like 90% sure I have it down. I'm just going to do some more testing and test against some like R9 teams as well, just to see like, you know, how far can we actually go with this. You know, even if it's not Sign of Django. All Lord Vader counters should be much easier now because we can land crits and, you know, it's just good. So Lord Failure again continues to be a little bit of a disappointment. But let me know down in the comments what you guys think about this. You know, if you guys need help with modding, if you guys have practiced this as well. Like I said, worst case scenario, if you can't beat Lord Vader, you set up for a 2-shot. Because you should be able to kill everybody around him, and that's actually not that bad. You know, taking out GLs, non-GLs is always a plus. I'll say one last time, thanks again for watching. Consider subscribing if you liked the video, give me a thumbs up, and I will see you next time.